Hello. Welcome to this video of the English version of the daily Surmong Chöd practice called Offering the Body. It was translated by Elizabeth Callahan under the supervision of Khenpo Tsultrim Gyamtso Rinpoche and was produced by Paul Goodman, who has been practicing for 7 years. I am Dr. Alta Brown and have been a student of Khenpo Tsultrim Gyamtso for 22 years. Khenpo has authorized me to teach and give the lung for this form of Chöd. I have been practicing and teaching both the English and the Tibetan version of the Surmong Chöd for 16 years with his blessing and under his supervision. Khenpo Rinpoche has also authorized me to compose the Western music which informs the practice you will experience. He has reviewed and approved this music. For the purposes of the video, I will chant very short versions of the mantra recitations. If you're using this video for practice, pause the video and chant each mantra at least 108 times. Before we begin the practice, we usually chant the Heart Sutra. I won't include that here. Chöd visualization meditation instructions. A song by Khenpo Tsultrim Gyamtso Rinpoche. These are the Mahamudra Mahaati instructions for formless meditation before and after the practice. All visualizations are imagination. All imagination is appearance emptiness, without being attached to appearance emptiness as real. Rest without fixation, without focus. Death and no death, these are also imagined. In the expanse of equality, there's neither death nor no death. The same with dark and light and gods and demons. The expanse of equality is all there is. I've never seen a single thing that's real. And we usually sit 10 minutes here, using the instructions that I've just sung. I'll just sit for a couple of seconds here to give you that indication. The sources of refuge visualization. Visualize that in the sky in front of you there's a lion throne, lotus, and moon seat. Seated on this is Yum Chenmo, who is golden and has 4 arms. Her first pair are in the earth-pressing mudra and the meditation mudra. The upper right hand holds a vajra, and the upper left holds a volume of the Prajna Paramita Sutras. She is adorned with the complete Sambhogakaya ornaments and is surrounded by the victorious ones of the 10 directions with their sons and daughters. In front of her are all sentient beings, beginning with your enemies who cause anger, Geks who cause harm, and the others. They show physical respect by joining the palms of their hands. They show verbal respect by taking refuge. They show mental respect through one-pointed faith and devotion. And we say, in order that my enemies who cause anger, geks who cause harm, conditions that disrupt, the lords of death maras, local demons, physical demons, my kind parents and all sentient beings who equal the extent of space, attain the level of the unsurpassable Yum Chenmo. I will practice the genuine profound Chöd, cutting through Mara objects. In order to summon the guests, we become Yum Chenmo. Peh! Instantly I become Yum Chenmo, with golden color and the complete ornaments and attributes. I have 4 arms. The upper 2 hold a vajra and text, and the lower 2 are in the mudra of meditation. To call the beings who are easily frightened, the ones who are terrified all the time, and the tiny feeble ones, we say, tiny feeble spirits, do not be afraid. Do not be frightened. Do not be frightened at all. To call the others, we say, all beings from the pinnacle of existence down to the Avicii hell, listen. Everyone, gather here. Everyone, gather quickly. And thinking that they've all gathered, as Yum Chenmo, we lead them in refuge and bodhisattva vows. I and my enemies who cause anger, geks who cause harm, conditions that disrupt, the lords of death maras, local demons, physical demons, my kind parents, and all sentient beings who equal the extent of space, take refuge in the gurus. We take refuge in the Buddha. We take refuge in the Dharma. We take refuge in the Sangha. We take refuge in the gurus. We take refuge in the Buddha. We take refuge in the Dharma. We take refuge in the Sangha. We take refuge in the gurus. We take refuge in the Buddha. We take refuge in the Dharma. We take refuge in the Sangha. We take refuge in the glorious and genuine gurus of the Chöd lineage, siddhas of the scriptural tradition. We take refuge in the mother dakinis of the 3 places. We take refuge in the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas residing in the 10 directions. We take refuge in the Sugatas of the 5 families. We take refuge in the protectors of the 3 families. We take refuge in the gurus with their retinue of Vajra Dakinis. We take refuge in the Kaju gurus with their retinue of Dakinis. We take refuge in the kind root gurus with their retinue of Dakinis. We take refuge in our own mind, the empty, unborn Dharmakaya. We supplicate you for refuge. We supplicate you to place us under your genuine protection. I and all sentient beings rely upon the Buddha. We rely upon the Dharma. We rely upon the Sangha. May the bodies of all beings be virtuous. May their speech be virtuous. May their minds be virtuous. May the 404 types of illnesses be purified. May we be free from the 91 kinds of accidents. May we not be afflicted by the 360 disturbing spirits. May the 80,000 kinds of geks be pacified in their own place. May they be purified in their own place. May they be empty in their own place. I prostrate to the 3 jewels. I take refuge in the 3 jewels. I make offerings to the 3 jewels. I confess each and every negative and unvirtuous action. I rejoice in the virtuous actions of all beings. I hold the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in my mind. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until enlightenment. In order to fully accomplish the benefits for myself and others, I will arouse bodhicitta. Having aroused supreme bodhicitta, I will invite all sentient beings to be my guests. I will engage in supreme awakened conduct which is pleasing. I will attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. Just as the protectors of the three times arouse genuine, unsurpassable bodhicitta, which definitely creates perfect enlightenment, I will generate bodhicitta. I will remember what I have generated. I will extend what I remember. Now we dissolve the self-visualization and rest for a moment in Mahamudra. Creating the refuge array. Visualize the palace of Machig Labdron in the black space of near attainment. In the sky in front of me is Machig Labdron, indistinguishable from my kind root guru. She is white like a polished conch shell, with one face and two arms. With her right hand she plays a golden damaru in the sky, and with her left hand she rests a silver bell on her hip. Her three eyes gaze into space. Her hair is tied up into a top knot, and the rest flows freely down her back. Her naked body is adorned with bone and jewel ornaments. She stands in dancing posture, with her right leg drawn up and her left extended. She is surrounded by the gurus of the Kaju lineage of experience. To her right is Padampa Sangye, surrounded by the lineage of method, the father Tantras. To her left are the 5 deities of Vajrayogini, surrounded by the lineage of knowledge, the mother Tantras. Above her is the leader of the teachings, surrounded by the non-dual ultimate lineage. Above him is the Dharmakaya Yumchenmo, surrounded by the Siddha gurus of the Chöd lineage. Below Machig's seat are the god demons of apparent existence, the 8 classes of oath-bound gods, mamos, and rakshasas, spirits of sickness and karmic creditors. All are seated listening to commands and awaiting orders. Now we take our bell in our left hand, our vajra in our right, and we touch the 3 places. Each of the assembled deities has an Om at the head, and Ah at the throat, and a Hum at the heart. Light radiates from the Hum at their hearts, inviting the sources of refuge of the Chöd lineage from the palace of Dharmadhatu Akanishta. Vajra Samacha. Now we call them. They become non-dual. And I never go any further in the practice until that actually happens, because this is a container within which you do the practice. Now we do the 8 branches of gathering the accumulations. This is the prostration section of the sadhana. These are mental prostrations. To do these prostrations, we look directly into the eyes of each of the beings to whom we pay homage. I pay homage to the Mother of the victorious ones, who transcends being an object expressible by speech or thought. I pay homage to the sage, all-knowing and supreme among the Shakyas. I pay homage to Dampa, who benefited beings throughout 7 lifetimes. I pay homage to Labdron, a non-human wisdom Dakini. I pay homage to the Father Gurus, who reveal self-aware wisdom. I pay homage to the Yidams, who definitely bestow cities. I pay homage to the Buddhas, who have perfected relinquishments and realization. I pay homage to the genuine Dharma, which pacifies and liberates from desire. I pay homage to the Sangha, to whom it is meaningful to make offerings. I pay homage to Manjushri, possessing the beauty of youth, endowed with excellent qualities. I pay homage to Avalokiteshvara, who is truly filled with compassion. I pay homage to Vajrapani, who subdues evil with his great power. I pay homage to the Dharma protectors, who conquer Gex and those who mislead. I take refuge in all of you until I reach the heart of enlightenment. I supplicate all of you. I make offerings of the 5 sense pleasures. I confess each and every negative and unvirtuous action. I request you to turn the Dharma wheel of the scriptures. I supplicate you to physically remain without passing into nirvana. I dedicate all virtue to the benefit of sentient beings. I dedicate all virtue to the benefit of sentient beings. Now we do the purification practice. We visualize that Machig is standing on our heads and the heads of all sentient beings. Seated above Machig on her head is Yum Chenmo. In Machig's heart is a white hum. Arranged around the white hum is the Gate mantra. The letters face inward and the Gate mantra spins counterclockwise when it turns. We visualize that a white light goes from the white hum in Machig's heart to the white ah in Yum Chenmo's heart and out to the refuge array where it receives blessings. The light comes back and strikes the Gate mantra, which begins to spin counterclockwise. As it spins, luminous white Amrita drips from it and fills Machig's body completely. When her body is completely full, the Amrita rushes down through her left toe, which is over our avaduti, and goes down through our body, coming out of our pores and lower orifices as black smoke and inky liquid. A continuous stream of Amrita goes down into the golden ground below us. In the golden ground is the black hala, which is the accumulation of our karma. He is known as a makara, a sea monster, looking something like an alligator and an elephant, with his mouth wide open. Beside him in the golden ground are those to whom we owe debts, and geks, which are obscurations, with their mouths open. For them, the washed liquid becomes Amrita, which transmutes their klesha activity. Toward the end of the recitation, they go down into the golden ground satisfied, and our body fills completely with the luminous white Amrita. And we say, Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate. Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. And so on for 108 recitations. Offering the sense pleasures. All forms appearing in the realms of the world exist from the beginning as the karma mudra of body, appearance emptiness. All sounds that are made exist from the beginning as the dharma mudra of speech, sound emptiness. All thoughts and memories in the mind exist from the beginning as the mahamudra of mind, awareness emptiness. All happiness and suffering exist from the beginning as the mudras of the auspicious signs and substances. To symbolize this and make offerings to the field of accumulation through visualizations, imagine that from the three places of your body, which is transparent like a crystal, white form goddesses holding mirrors, red sound goddesses holding lutes, blue mind goddesses holding sources of dharmas, and goddesses of various colors holding symbols of the auspicious signs and sense pleasures emanate and make offerings. Think that the deities are very pleased and satisfied. Finally rest evenly in the purity of the three spheres. Do Tonglen from the depths of your heart. Dedicate your happiness and virtue to all sentient beings who pervade space, and take upon yourself all their negative actions, obscurations, and suffering. This is the most supreme offering that will please the four types of guests and what will perfect the accumulations. Now we do the lotus skull mudra. So I'm crossing my Dharmaru arm above my bell arm and turning the Dharmaru so that the center faces outward. I'm bringing the Dharmaru down and flat and across to make a plate for the offerings, and doing the three counterclockwise circles, which represents the emptiness of the gift, the giver, and the one who receives, the three purities. I offer all that appears as forms in the infinite billion world system as mudras of supreme body. Please bestow the city of unchanging body. I offer all that manifests as sounds in the infinite billion world system as mudras of supreme bestow the city of unceasing speech. I offer all that is conceived of and remembered in the mind, in the infinite billion world system as mudras of supreme mind. Please bestow the city of undiluted mind. I offer all the happiness and suffering in the infinite billion world system as mudras of auspiciousness. When there is happiness, I dedicate it to the accumulation of happiness. May all of space be pervaded by great happiness. When there is suffering, I will take the suffering upon myself. May the ocean of samsara suffering dry up. Now we do Tonglen, and when we're in a practice group, each of us mentions someone or groups of someones that we'd like to do Tonglen for. Today I'm going to be thinking about the people of Syria and of the Middle East, all of those who are suffering, dying, suffering from the loss of people they love, and particularly those who are doing really awful things. As Khenpo Sultram has said to me, those are the people we need to practice for most. I'm going to do a very short version of this for the purposes of the video, but it can go on as long as you would like. We normally take a break here So I'm going to do that.